one of you is here because you want to know how. I'd like to know how. Excuse me, Coach Marco. I'd like to know how to be more successful. Marco, how? How? You know who's asking how? Excuse me, boss. How do I do it, boss? Boss. Excuse me, boss. I don't know how to do it, boss. Can you teach us how to do it, boss? In the meantime, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to wait. That's the employee mindset inside of you. Is it true that you need how? It's absolutely true. But here's the truth. The fact that you're asking how is your demise, ladies and gentlemen. It will lead to your demise. Every one of you is in this room thinking, how do I do this? The truth is this, right? How long have you been in business for?
3 years.
3 years. How long have you been in business for, Terry? 8 years. 6. Wouter? 14. The truth is that in those 3, 6, 14, 7 years, don't tell me you could not have figured out how. That how that I'm going to teach you here is actually in many, many different books. Why didn't you go to the library 3 weeks ago and buy that freaking book and figure it out? Why? You know, I told you when I started this talk, I said one book is actually one person's complete life experience. Why are you waiting for me to tell you how? I'm not waiting for anybody. You want to know why I was successful without nothing but just the word systems? Because I never waited for anybody. I never waited for anybody. I never asked how. I sought out how. I never said, excuse me, boss, how do I do it, boss? That's the little mindset inside of you, ladies and gentlemen. This is what's actually going to kill your business. Stop asking how. My second breakthrough today for you is for you to understand that you are as smart as me. You are all just as smart as me. You are just as smart as me. You are just as smart as the leaders, the political leaders, the religious leaders. All your leaders, you're just as smart as those people. Maybe it's time you wake up to that realization. And instead of being that little person inside of you who's constantly saying, excuse me, but I don't know how. I'm not sure if I'm worthwhile. That you step up and you say, this is my life. This is my business. And if I don't make it, my kids are not going to make it. If I don't make it, my clients are not going to make it. My life standards are going to be lowered. Stop asking how. You know as much as I do. You are as smart as me. Some of you, way more. Way more. But you've been trained. You've been conditioned to be slaves. To be slaves of a system that constantly does not want you to raise your hand, does not want you to raise your head. Because if you raise your head, we call it the high poppy syndrome. What do we do with the high poppies? Click! You've been conditioned to be little people inside of you, but every one of you, deep down inside, you want to burst, you want to explode, you want to be who you know you're supposed to be. Every one of you. But you're conditioned. Stop asking how. When I work with my clients, when I'm on site, they cannot ask me how. Nobody can ask me how. If I work with you on site and you ask me how, I'm going to say, go figure it out how. You're as smart as me. When I'm on a conversation, and some of you are in this room are my students, you may actually know that. If you ask me a question during a conversation, you say, excuse me, Coach Marco, how do I do this? Here's how I answer that question. I say, you know what? I'm not sure. Let me ask you a question. Let's say you come to me, right, Sophia? And you say, so Coach Marco, how can I attract more clients to my business? This is how I answer. I say, you know what, Sophia? I'm not 100% sure. Let me ask you a question. How can we attract more clients to your business? It's your business! You should know more about it than I can. It's your business. It's your puppy. What did I say yesterday? I'll make your puppy a superhero, but you don't forget to feed the puppy. It's your puppy. Don't come and ask me, should I put mayonnaise on my club sandwich or should I put mustard? This is your business. It's your business. Stop making yourself subservient to the world. You've been trained. You've been mentally trained, conditioned, ensnared in this mentality for 250 years. I'm here this morning to wake you up. To wake you up to your own selves. To wake you up to the reality that is inside of you. To that flame inside of you that's been burning for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. And for you to step up inside of you and realize that if you don't, nobody will. Nobody will. You are as smart as me. Every one of you. You are as smart as your leaders. Actually, much smarter.
Now, okay, it's definitely.
Now he's like, I was not believing you, but now I'm like, yes, right? Do you understand what I'm talking about, Oren? Seriously, Oren, do you understand what I'm talking about? And Oren has been in business for 23 years. At some point, you had to, whether consciously or not, you had to be aware of that. That transformation had to happen inside of you. You wouldn't be in business for 23 years if it hadn't happened. But some of you are trying to start a business today. And I swear to you, if you keep on asking the world how, it's going to massacre your businesses. And it has nothing to do with your business. It's about you. It's about you. I'm going to share something, a secret that I probably shouldn't even share with you. That's how I make money. That's how we make money. We tell you how. We sold you how to, and then you all came rushing in. You all paid a lot of money here. Do you need how to? Yes, you do. But do you need me for it? Not necessarily. Do you need me to be your coach? Absolutely. Absolutely. Do you need a coach? Absolutely. Because you're stuck. I'm proving it to you right now. I'm taking you out of your mind, of the fact that you're stuck in that mind. I can help you do that. But, should we say, in our marketing campaign, should we say, buy from us now? Or should we say, buy it now? I don't know! I don't know! Should your logo be blue or purple? I don't know! I don't know. Excuse me, Coach Marco, I'm not, should my logo be like round or should it be like triangle? I don't know! I don't know. If you keep asking people how-to questions, people will give you how-to answers. You know why? Because most people, and you were some of those people before today, are driven by emotions, not by reason. If I go to you and I say, should I put on my blue suit or my yellow suit? What you gonna say? Stop asking people because they'll give you an answer. They will. Even coaches. You hire a coach for business and you start asking him some questions about real estate. The guy may not know anything about real estate. And most people will not qualify that. Because coaches, like you guys, are human beings. And human beings are driven by emotions, by ego. You ask me a question, it feels really good to answer that question. Oh, yeah. You want to know, eh? You want to know. It feels really good to be on stage here because you guys want to know. But you don't need me. You need the how-to. You don't need me. You don't need your leaders. You need to figure it out. Entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs, step up and figure it out. When Steve Jobs, one of the most revered entrepreneurs of this generation, correct? When Steve Jobs decided that you and I were going to need an iPad, he didn't ask, who wants an iPad? We didn't even know it existed. It did not exist. Nobody wanted an iPad. When Steve Jobs said, I will design it, they will buy it, he was taking a risk. That risk, ladies and gentlemen, comes from consciousness. It's a knowingness. It's a knowingness. It's knowing about yourself. The more you know about yourself, the more you trust yourself, the more you take risks. That is the essence of entrepreneurship. If I don't get this out of you, if I don't wrench it out of you today, your chances of succeeding. But those of you who get it, those of you who say, you know what, this is my life. This is my life. And those of you who embody that attitude, that philosophy, that drive, that passion, you will succeed.
This is fun.
Give her a big hand! Thank you, Charlie.